Hey, hey!
Hey, hey!
You know what time is it?
It is Hearns blog time?
Yes!
Yay!
So it's Daily Hearns number 23, and today we are with Kyle. He's working right now on some loco stuff.
Yeah, fixing
But
stuff.
a bit later he's gonna show us some tricks on, what was it, water stickers?
Yeah, water slide decals.
Yes.
So how to apply them and manipulate them and stuff.
Cool. So I'm gonna let him finish this, and then actually you're not gonna see that because we're gonna jump straight on this with water stickers with Kyle.
Yay!
Anyway.
Hey guys, welcome to Hearns Hobbies. This is Kyle and we're going to be talking about water slide decals today. So we're going to be looking at how to apply water slide decals. So you'll find water slide decals in pretty much any kit that you'll get today. So water slide decals, a little bit daunting, but they're very easy to do. Once you get the hang of them, they can be pretty fun to do as well. I'm going to use microsol here. So what this does is this helps the decal settle into the model. So if you've got things like panel lines and whatnot, it will just help it settle into the panel lines and look like it's part of the paint job. And secondly, we will be using the micro set. So micro set's what then sets the decal in place, lets it dry nice and hard, so then it's protected. The other things we're going to need is a small paintbrush, self-clamping tweezers, which do make it a lot easier. You don't need them, but it makes things a lot easier. And then just your hobby knife with a fresh blade. To get started, first thing is we need to cut the decal out. So when cutting the decal out, you don't need to be too accurate because the decal will release from here. I always like to leave a little bit on here as well that we can grab. So now that we've got the decal cut out, so the next thing we need to do is the water slide side of things. So the reason they call these a water slide decal is because you put them in water and they slide off. So the water here, I use warm water because it helps. It releases the decal a bit quicker because I'm impatient, but we'll pop it in there for now. So while that's in there, next thing we need to do is prep our model for putting our decal on. So you want to make sure the surface is nice and clean. If it's a painted surface, it's always best for it to be gloss because it's a smoother surface for the decal to sit on. Cotton swabs are always handy for this part here. So just get your cotton swab and just dip it in your water, and then wherever we want to put our decal, so for the sake of this we're going to put it there. You just want to just very lightly wet the surface, and that just gives the decal something to then grab to. So now our decal's sat in the warm water for about 30 seconds. Depends on the decal, depends on the brand, but usually 30 seconds is enough. So now what we do is we grab our craft knife, and we'll see here that the decal now moves freely. So we suss out where we want our decal, slide it over, and place it on the model. So this part's not too critical getting your positioning right yet. Then we use our cotton tip again, and we simply just suck up some of the excess water. Okay, so now the decal's sat on the model, we can then move it where we want it. So you've got to be very gentle here. I like using a craft knife because it gives you a lot of control, but you've just got to be careful you don't damage the decal. We'll sit the decal right there. So once we're happy with that positioning, we get our little cotton swab again, and then simply just roll it over the decal. And what this does is this pushes out any water that is sat in there. The decal may want to move around a little bit, so just be careful there. And there we go. So we've got our decal in place. So next step, we want to move on to our microsol.
Hi Scott.
Hello. How are you?
He's first finished already.
This is about his 10th cup of tea.
10th.
11. 11th.
Stop.
11th cup of tea. You're going to do lots of wee today.
Could
What a bit of antioxidant going on there.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a bit sick too.
Oh, everyone's sick.
He gave it to
You're
me
sick.
as well.
She's sick. Where is she? Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Hi, Mark. Are we gonna see some news about that soon?
Maybe.
Maybe. We're not sure. Unsure. Do you want to see
What are we seeing?
this stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Show it.
Good.
I want to see it.
Not today, but soon.
Now. Right now.
Right now.
Hang on, I want to know quick.
Soon.
I'm leaking.
How was lunch?
Good.
Good. What would be the quickest advice in 30 seconds that you want to give about gluing tiles?
Don't stick your fingers. That's one nasty thing. Or stick your tyres to your tyres, or stick your fingers to your tyres. Take it slow. Make sure the rims are clean, the tyres are clean of all the oil residue, and just, take your time. Make sure that the tyre bead is actually seating correctly, be it on-road or off-road.
Yep.
And then, just very lightly apply your glue.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, we'll watch the full episode very soon, but for now, that's your advice for today.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
Thank
Don't
you.
glue yourself. It's not good.
Alright.
Or you go to hospital. Scott from Hearns Hobbies here again. We're going to talk about the different temperature ratings on touring car tyres. So depending on your weather conditions at your track, so let's say for winter, you're probably best to, depends on how really cold it is, it's good to start with like the 24-degree sweep tyres. It allows the heat to get into the tyre, into the rubber compound quicker, and the insert to help get traction. If you went out on an ice cold track with the 36 temperature tyres, you'd probably find it'll take halfway through the race before they start really gaining grip. As where you start off with like your 24-degree, you'll be pretty much on pace straight away. If the temperature of the track's rising a little bit, so getting warmer, then you can also go to the 34-degree sweep tyres, which then will withstand a little bit more warmer conditions, because if you run a cooler temperature tyre, they'll wear out a bit quicker, overheat, and then you won't get the grip factor that you need. Then when it sort of comes into like summer and gets into the hot conditions, that's when you definitely go for the 36 temperature degree tyre. Again, it will withstand the heat of the asphalt on the track that you're racing. Again, if you were to go with 24s, they would overheat really super quick, wear out very, very fast as well. So the rubber compounds all have different temperature ratings, let's say. So to suit the track that you're racing at, be it winter, autumn, summer. Then of course you can also put your tyre warmers on with your additive to get the heat straight in on, so you can get straight out on the track and cut the laps and hopefully win that qualifier or final heat, whichever you need. So there is a bit of a selection of different compounds. Ask for some help on what track you're running on, be it low grip, high temperature, cool, and we can definitely set you up with the right tyre for you. Yeah, so hopefully that helps everyone with trying to get the right tyre combination for the track that you're running at and conditions. See you guys.
Not this time! Alright guys, it's the end of Daily Hearns number 23 already. Brie doesn't want to cooperate, that's fine.
Sorry, I didn't know. I do, just be like...
Yes, it's the end of the vlog. We can show our office full of biscuits and now intruding people. We were shooting the conclusion. What should we say for the end? For the end of this vlog number 23. Oh no, don't say that!
Oh, that's it. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, like and subscribe.
Thank you. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.